sorry. This is Josh, and once again, you are watching the Bible in an atheist point of view. Now, for all you know, probably just tuning in for the first time, what I basically do, I'm reading from the Bible because honestly, I think it's just hilarious because the way it's written and the way it's so much fucking bullshit in it. Anyways, where I left off is Genesis 25. That's right. Now, before I even decide to go on, we need bumper music, right? Alright. Yeah, so I'm stuck on the Pulp Fiction soundtrack. Get over it. Anyways, 25, verse 1. The death of Abraham. He finally dies. Wow, what a shock. Abraham took another wife. Of course he did. Whose name was Keturah. Keturah! Sounds like something off Legend of Zelda. She bore him Zimran, Joktan, Medan, Midian. Don't drive on the Midian. Ishbak and Shua. Joktan was the father of Sheba and Dedan. The descendants of Dedan were the Asherites. Asherites! Because they're a bunch of ass babies, right? The Letushites and the Lemuites. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanoch, Abida, and Eldah. All these were descendants of Keturah, who was also the other character on Legend of Zelda. Abraham left everything he owned to Isaac. Well, lucky for you, Isaac, you got all the sheep and cattle. But while he was still living, he gave gifts to the sons of his concubines, and sent them away from his son Isaac to the land of the east. Altogether, verse 7, Abraham lived 175 years old. You think he died of old age? Then Abraham breathed his last and died at a good old age. Boy, that's an understatement. 175? Yeah, he lived right. Do right. An old man and full of years. And he was gathered to his people. Okay, what's that supposed to mean? His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, near Mamre. They're always buried in a cave. What the fuck? I'm gonna run out of caves sooner or later. In the field of Ephron, son of Zohar, and Hittite. The field of Abraham had bought from the Hittites. There Abraham was buried with his wife, Sarah. Oh, at least they shared the same cave. After Abraham's death, God blessed his son Isaac, who then lived near Beer Lanai Roy, also better known as Coors, Budweiser, Busch, Hefeweizen, Heineken Roy. The next part is paraphrased as well. It's Ishmael's sons. Verse 12. This is an account of Abraham's son Ishmael, whom Sarah's maidservant Hagar, the Egyptian, bore to Abraham. The flashback to the comic series of Sundays. Hagar. These are the names, verse 13, of the sons of Ishmael listed in the order of their birth. Oh God, here we go, the names again. Nebaioth, the firstborn of Ishmael, Kedar, Adbeel, Midsam, Mishma, Dumah, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Deter. Fucking seriously, they could have come up with better names back then. Napish, and Kedemah. These were the sons of Ishmael, and these are the names of the 12 tribal rulers according to their settlements and camps. Altogether, Ishmael lived 137 years old. Of course he did. He breathed his last and died. And he was gathered to his people. What did he do? Fall apart when he died? Quick, pick him up and give him back to his people. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, where did I leave off? Alright. His descendants settled, verse 18, in the area of Havilah to Shur he did, near the border of Egypt as you go toward Asher. Asher. And they lived in hostility towards all their brothers. What a shock. Alright. Next part is also paraphrased. Jacob and Esau. Verse 19. This is the account of Abraham's son Isaac, who got all the sheep and cattle. Now, Abraham became the father of Isaac. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I think we've already established that. And Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, daughter of Bethuel the Aramean, from Padan Aram, because Aramean was mean. And sister of Laban the Aramean. You're mean, man. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was barren. Yeah, they know this back then because, whatever, maybe you were just shooting blanks, dude. You ever think about that? No, of course not. The Lord answered his prayer and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. Of course, that was it. Yep, The babies jostled each other within her, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord. The Lord said to her, 2 nations are in your womb. Wow, that's a lot of babies. And 2 people from within you will be separated. Well, that's good to know they're not going to be, attached or anything. Siamese babies, right? 1 people will be stronger than the other, and the other will serve the younger. Just to let you know, before you were born, you're going to be a slave. Verse 24. When the time came for her to give birth, there were twin boys in her womb. First to come out was red, and his whole body was like a hairy garment. A mink coat, even. It's like giving birth to an otter. So they named him Esau. Verse 26. After this, his brother came out with his hand grasping Esau's heel. Hey, wait for me! So he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah gave birth to him. Alright, great. Your dad is also your grandfather. The boys grew up, of course, like that, right? And Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the open country, while Jacob was a quiet man, staying among the tents. He just kind of kicked around the tents. Once, when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau came in from the open country, famished. He said to Jacob, "Quick, let me get some of that red stew. I'm famished." This is why he also called Edom, as in, eat him up your stew, dude. What the fuck, really? Edom? That's what we called you, Edom, because you were hungry. No. Jacob replied, "First sell me your birthright." Oh, what a dick, dude. Just give him something to eat. What is this birthright shit? Verse 32, "Look, I am about to die," Esau said. "What good is the birthright to me?" Well, Jacob said, "Well, start me first." So he swore an oath to him, selling him his birthright to Jacob. Whatever that means. Okay, well, whatever. Verse 34, from the final verse in this fucking chapter. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and some lentil stew. He ate and drank, and then he got up and left. Alrighty then. So Esau despised his birthright. Well, kids, I think it was kind of a pointless chapter myself, and so what can I say other than, well, this has been the Bible, and this is an atheist point of view.